G'day, I'm Stephen Spry. I'm having trouble with me buttons. Welcome back to Sunday night with Transport Fever 2. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but this is supposed to be the game. And as you can see, it's blank. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. So we might simply just go straight over. Great start, Stephen. You're doing well, mate. You're doing well. All right, we'll go over to the news. All right, how's that grab you? Sure. Okay, we'll go over to the news. Can you do me a favour before you go over to the news? What's that? I don't know. I'm trying to find something. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, where's Steam gone? I have no idea where Steam's gone, but it's working really well for me tonight. You'd think after 20, 30 odd episodes, it'd be going well, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I would. Where's Transport Fever 2? Look, that's it there. Let's see if we can get it starting this time. I tell you what. It has been such a pain in the backside. Yay, look at that. Look at me. I've got it up. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I've moved things around as well, which probably is the reason why. What a beautiful end to a week. It's been a terrible week in Canberra. Freezing cold. Maximum temperatures of 14 odd degrees, would you believe? God help us all. Okay, there we go. We've finally got something. What were you going to look at? News. I was going to look at a couple of things. I was going to look at the latest news. That's that. Yes. I was going to look at that. Right? I also want to show you a new map that I'm working on. So what are we going to do first? Well, let's have a look at the news, because there's been an announcement, actually nothing really that exciting about Transport Fever 3. It's just the latest in their dev blog, talking about the video they released 3 weeks ago. So let's have a little look. Can I blow this up? Oh, look, you can do whatever you want. I don't know how to blow it up. Oh no. Yeah, zoom. There we go. Let's zoom it a bit so we can make it a bit bigger so that you guys can see it. Maybe a little bit better if you didn't actually want to go over to transportfever3.com and find it out. I was confused is the only word I can use after looking at the last video from Transport Fever 3, the mechanics tycoons. But I didn't, now that I've had a look at this, completely new ranking system. You start as a junior tycoon, and develop the world, and it's measured by how much you grow the world population. The more inhabitants the world has, the higher everybody rise up, and the ultimate level of tycoon. And as you rise up, more bonuses are unlocked, which in turn can be used to gain various advantages while developing the world. I don't like the gamify approach, somehow. It's just not me. But anyway, the interesting thing we did notice, and only one person noticed it in all the reports that I saw, was the dotted lines around the areas. And this is different municipal areas, each covering the region around a city. Right? I can't quite see the city there. It looks more like a hill, but never mind. Yeah, so these play a major role apparently in your strategic considerations, because they influence different sorts of game mechanics through positive bonuses or negatives. Pollution, deforestation, for example. Deforestation. Wow, okay. A good example is the placement of the company headquarters at the start of the game. Each of these bonuses provides a growth bonus to the nearest city, with additional bonuses added with later expansions at headquarters. Yeah, okay. The post also talks about landmarks. Once they are built, each has a specific effect on the region on which it was built. Now, I do know that the lighthouse is one that has an effect on the speed of the boats in that region, within that border. So assuming you have a harbour here, then that's going to be interesting. The airship, we've seen the airship a couple of times, shows a marketing campaign is currently running here. A what? Say again, a what? A marketing campaign. Before we go on to marketing, one of these bonuses is the prospecting of new raw mineral deposits in an area around a city chosen by the player. That one interests me. I'd like to be able to say, is there any iron ore or coal or stone around here, please? Yes, let's go prospecting. Okay. But marketing campaigns? Yeah, okay. The smaller settlements with fewer than 100 inhabitants, put your teeth in, are referred to as small hamlets. From here, villages can grow up through a total of 18 different growth levels, all the way up to a metropolis. Experience points are awarded both for transporting passengers and for supplying required goods. This mechanic now directly links city growth to the fulfilment of its basic needs. Right. I don't know whether I like that idea. It's too city skylines-ish to me. But it's each settlement. So if you've got a map that's got 20 towns on it, then 20 of them. Whereas in city skylines, it was just the overall thing, wasn't it? It was just that city became bigger as you progressed. These ones, we could have 10 small hamlets and leave them at that, and then they could grow up. We could have 5 of them grow up to be metropolises. Okay. Now, this is a new mechanic. Reputation. Don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't want to anger my residents. But if you've got a poor reputation, don't worry. It can recover over time, according to this. And of course, there are ways to improve reputation, such as planting more trees. Seriously? Okay. The well-being of passengers depends on their travel experience. They should not have to wait too long at stations, with travel times also being evaluated. Well, let's fix the lost trains problem then, before you start judging me and penalising me with my unhappy passengers. And goods too. Expected delivery time. Fish, for example, would be rather time critical. But stones, obviously, they can take forever to be delivered. Really. Fast airplanes may not be necessary for these. The slowest sea route being the more it's going to be interesting. Larger cities have more inhabitants. It's gonna become a biffa problem, isn't it? Possibly. And industries, infrastructure, and vehicles cause pollution. Are you actually going to be worried about that? I mean, currently, I don't give a rat's about the noise pollution from my older vehicles, unless there's sort of too many of them going through residential areas. But this time around, this is not just a residential area problem, it's the entire municipal area. So it's not possible to simply build around the city. Can I turn all of this off? Okay, yeah, I want to look at that graph. Look. Tycoon to sandbox. No limits to your own creativity. This is why the largest part of the series once again offers a variety of options to freely shape your gameplay experience. All costs in the game can simply be turned off. Do you play that at all? I don't often do it. But hello, Mr. Sims. Yes, I love the prospecting. As long as you can switch off pollution, you're happy. Yeah, well, I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be interesting. And I've got a few other comments to make based on what I've been doing for this past week. We'll have a look at that in a second. You can build everything without having to worry about finances and limited budgets. If that's not enough, you can even promote themselves to tycoon right from the start. Yes, please. I mean, with 5,400 hours in this game so far, I think I've earned the right to wear the tycoon badge and receive all bonus and landmarks immediately from the beginning. Sandbox. It's the most powerful. Of course it is. Unlocking numerous additional tools to shape and control the world as desired. Among other things, it allows travelling forward and backward in time. Whoa! What else is new? And makes it possible to found new cities. And look, I understand they're aiming this blurb at somebody who's never played the game and can go back I can go forward in time. And I can found new cities. City builders are also offered quite a lot in sandbox mode in Transport Fever 3. More control over cities can, among other things, configure the types of cargo to be delivered and subsequently change the size of the city. If you're bothered by city growth, you can freeze cities. Canberra in winter. Lovely. Those who want to give them an individual character can adjust the percentage distribution of building levels, from pure suburban settlements to pronounced skylines. Good interesting use of the word there. Everything is possible. If you don't want to go that far but still want more control over individual cities, you can also simply re-weight the city needs described above. Okay. And the last bit, obviously, all of the mechanics that they've talked about serve as a basis for the mods. It is possible in cargo configurations to define what types of cargo can be required by the different districts at which level, and additional landmarks can be easily added. Transport Fever 2333 offers the modding community many new possibilities. Okay, right. Let's scroll down and see what the people have said. First comment. Donald. Finally, the stuff once promised to City Skylines 2 players are confirmed here. Yes, I noticed that. Right, that's enough. You can go and check that out yourself at transportfever3.com under the news thing and then in the blog section. So under the news and then here. Oh, wait. Go back one more, please. Under the news page with the blog. Right. Okay, where else have you been this week? Okay, I am going to get out of there. Bye. Thanks. Oh, hello. We're back here, are we? Yes, we're back here. Only I'm going to swap. You didn't see that. That was me swapping the scene behind the thing. I've spent a few hours this week in the map editor doing a new map. Hang on, before we get onto that, I like the idea of stopping the city from turning into metropolis. Some towns I'd like to keep as a regional town. Yeah. And to be honest with you, from my perspective, where I've lived, there are very few towns that have skyscrapers. You know, I'm mainly a regional country person. I prefer big-ish towns, but not skyscrapers. A bit unrealistic. Okay. It's called Molonglo. Molonglo. I can't even pronounce it. I think it means noisy waters or something like that. Oh, what I did want to show you, I don't go, there we go, 32.3 hours on this save game. Anyone want to take a guess at where we are? I've done the top side of this lake so far. Still got the bottom side of this lake to go. Sims, you want to take a guess at where I am? Because I've spent most of the past 2 weeks here. Not here, not there, but there. In fact, my son's new apartment is around this block, around here somewhere, looking out over the lake. Beautiful downtown Canberra, yes. And what I've done is that my normal trick, I am starting the map with dots everywhere that represent the streets. Stole that from Google Maps, and then I go over them with streets, like here we go, right? Go over them with the streets and then come in and smooth it all out. I'm not quite to go. I've got all of this here and down here. I'm about, and this is being over here. Don't stop struggling. Struggling. Shouldn't be struggling. Why? What? Is it? Something's going. I better get there. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. Drop the settings. Graphic. Wow. I'll just come over to low. Wow. It's not liking me at all. Mate, it doesn't. Any train. I tell you what, this isn't behaving for me at all. Something different. Let's see if I can reboot that. In the meantime, yes, where are we? Sorry guys, you're going to have to put up with a blank screen for a second. Let's try it again. Whew! Stream is jumpy now as well. I know. It wasn't the stream, mate. It was me. It was me. I'll try and load it again and see what happens. And I'll show you the train network that's here. You'll be impressed, mate. You'll be really impressed. Okay. Let's see if we can do the right thing now this time. Can I move? I can move. Okay. I want to show you the railway line that exists here. All right. Using my normal technique, it's one of these. I haven't used my normal technique. Ah, damn. All right. Okay, I will. Yes, I have. I should have. That one. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. We're over to the southeast of Canberra at beautiful downtown Queanbeyan, which is here, the downtown part of Queanbeyan, and it spreads out, and it's got bloody great big hills around it. If you've ever tried to drive up this particular hill, it's a doozy, I tell you. But anyway, the railway line that comes from Sydney, okay? It's up here and comes down along the Molonglo Valley round to here. This bit I've put in just for giggles, but let's follow the blue line, single track, all the way down into Queanbeyan station here, right? You once went to the Woden train station. I think I know where that is. All right, follow the single track all the way along through the industrial suburb of Fyshwick. There's a sort of a yard that's got to happen there, and then the Woden train station is around here. I think it's part of Canberra railway station. That's what all of these little lines represent. That's it. There is also a closed line that goes down through here to the south, and that goes down through Cooma to Bombala, I think, but that's closed. But we're going to reopen it to this point at least. We can put some sort of industry there if you want to play this map. But yeah, that's where the railway line goes in Canberra, just here, around this area. I tell you what, they got a lot wrong. And investigating the history of what's been going on here, every Aussie knows that Canberra was designed by Walter Burley Griffin. You know him? Well, no, it wasn't. Well, it sort of was, but then we had several disputes with the administration, and he got the flick and other people got brought in. So I don't know how much of WBG's original thinking is actually reflected in Canberra. Maybe that triangle shape going up to the War Memorial up there, coming down through the Houses of Parliament to Capitol Hill, and that might be about it. They do have a light rail service. See this right here, buddy? Right, the main avenue out to the north. Right, the light rail goes all the way up the middle of that and then disappears off over to about here somewhere at Gungahlin. And just down the road there, just down the road here, they're now extending the light rail out through here to go over here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where it's going to go. I haven't done that amount of research. But yeah, that's it. And then the rest of Canberra is pretty well serviced by buses and all sorts of stuff like that. It's a fairly good bus service. But that's what I've been working on for 32 hours this week. It's going to be fun when it's done. The only problem is I'm trying to work out what year I should be in, because the lake wasn't filled until the 1960s. The bridge, the the Kingsway Bridge here wasn't built until the 1960s. I think I'm going to have to change the date down the bottom there to 1965-ish or something like that. And then all the freeways and so on might make sense. Now, speaking of freeways, this is the other thing I wanted to talk about. We've seen in the Transport Fever 3 videos supposedly how easy it is to do this sort of thing, so it doesn't look so horrible. I mean, if you were in a car coming in on there, that last turn would be terrible, or for that matter coming off, right? That's the best I can do with Transport Fever 2. Pretty crappy, to be honest with you. There's a couple up here. These ones, didn't like them at all. Didn't like those at all. This little lot up here, I tell you what, that's, and of course it's not left-hand drive. I've got to readjust everything. for right-hand drive. But I do hope that these will click together as easily as was suggested in the video before last? Is that the infrastructure one? Yeah. And I mean, these are sort of semi-okay, I suppose. But as we'd come down and around, I got lost here. I haven't done anything further here. Not quite sure what's going to happen. I have tried to make. Where is the navigation button, please? Oh, bright. Yeah, I have tried to make. That's not navigable. Oh, poo. Well, I'll have to fix it, won't I? But these rivers up here, the Jirimbola, I can't remember the name of the Molonglo River, all the way up to here. In fact, all the way up to there, and then the Queanbeyan River. They aren't navigable in real life, okay? But for game purposes, they really should be, shouldn't they? I really love using ships, so. But this is starting to look quite nice. Where's a nice hill? Let's have a look at the Ainslie Lookout. Right, where are we? Here, Mount Ainslie. Mount Ainslie, climbing right up to the top of Mount Ainslie Lookout. I must actually go there in real life. I haven't been here yet. But look at the view. Look at the way it's lined up straight down over the War Memorial, straight up through Parliament House, which is up here. Good fun. So yeah, I think that'd be good if you wanted to try and play modern Canberra and help it out with a new train line, some new train lines. There's plenty of places you could go that aren't. This is all flat. All of that area here is pretty much flat. So, want the light rail, or do you want a train? We could have a train coming around here and coming up. All sorts of things. Alright, so that's what I'm working on there. Good fun. How many hours did I say? 32 and a half so far. I think I've got about another 40 left on it. God help you. I know. Good fun, isn't it? Alright. Any more questions about Canberra from anyone? No? Good. Okay. Let's go back to Inception, our regular Sunday night map, and see what we can get up to here, because there's some things we need to work on. That would be the steel that we've just started manufacturing over near, can't remember the name of the place, Max something or other, Max Cove. This mob right here, the Lower Max Cove Steelworks, right? We actually have some steel sitting here, going to PW Machines, which is up here, right? So we can actually start making machines. All we need to do is ship it somewhere. And I'm thinking this place, we'll use this to ship it up to Young over there. How many do you need? 20. Yeah, all right. And Noble Park, 82. That's 100, which is a great number to begin with, because that's what that's on, 100. So that's the plan there. We'll just keep it going. Now this steelworks is getting coal coming in on that line here, the port, into there by train, coal and iron ore. It looks like there's an awful lot waiting. And there's two of them working. So that's that one, 400. That one's 400 is 800, so that's nowhere near 800. I'm going to need... How long are these trains? Please, how long are you? 150 metres. Why did you do that? Because I'm thinking if I clone that, that's going to take us up to 800. It is, see? You adjusted those numbers in the previous episode, didn't you? Yeah. I must have. Okay, where did the third train come from, please? Yeah. Good stuff. Right, who's got first dibs here? Should be the right-hand one. He's the newest. Are these meant to be... You haven't got any settings set up for these. Are these meant to be... I think these are meant to be push-pulls, aren't they? They are now. Right, okay. So that's 866. It's too many. Well, I could probably lose carriage off here. Get some money back, and 8:30 I could lose another carriage from somewhere probably. Not that one. This one's empty. Okay, manage that vehicle. Lose another carriage. Now it's too low. Look, that's going to be fine. I don't like that little bit of a wobble in the bridge there, but never mind. Okay. So, do you just want to check the line rates here for all these boats that are coming down? Sure. Close enough to 400. Not going to get it any closer. Close enough to 400. Good. So that's the coal and the ore coming to the port, being whizzed around in the train. Port there, train to there, and that guy is not the fellow you're looking for. No, I think this guy is the fellow I'm looking for, and I'll make you push pull. This is the guy that is going to deliver the steel. Thank you. That's a bit of a hill climb there, but never mind. Okay, so the question is how much steel is waiting now? 85. We could take 91. So this should be about 100 then, is it? 102. Works out nicely. Cool. Can you hear the game okay is my question. And the reason I'm asking is I can see two sources for the damn thing over here on OBS. I can see game audio and game capture, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Hopefully you can. Alright, you, when you're pulling, fully loaded, a push pull, you'd be better off with the thing at the other end, wouldn't you? So let's do that. And squeeze me. Hang on, you just swapped to the other end, have you? Wonderful. Now you have. Confusing me, what? Alright, good. Okay, so that's bringing stuff here. Now, how do I get machines? From there, I don't, you could get them. Thanks, John. Thanks for letting me know. I'm not going to worry about Lord's Hill. Okay. How are you going to get them from here up to Noble Park? And let's have a little look at this. All right, Noble Park. Okay. Our railway line. Ooh, wait. You've got a railway line here. That's the ore. That's the ore that's coming into there. All right. How high is Noble Park, please? A whole 27 metres. No. Does that go down, does it? That one there's 50. And this one here is 50. This is what? 80. Let's just, what the hell is that road? Look at that road through there. Look what the game's done when it put that oil well in there. It's gone all the way down to here. Could have gone up to, okay. So the question is, can I get a railway line happening into Noble Park? Okay, can I? Good question, 99. Where are your stuff? Your stuffs. If you put your railway station on this side, right here. Okay, residential's over there. That's all you need to worry about. Railway station. Building 160. No catenary. No. I'm going to spend some money, aren't I? But I reckon, oh, come on, C, and then a bit of, if you get that right, you know, you could send that under there if you wanted to continue it. Okay, well, I'll make it 240. I think, I'll make it 240. And then it can head off to the left under that, I think. Is that going to be able to head off under there? I thought you made that 2-track. I probably thought I did too. Tracks. No catenary. Alright, can you come under there? Right. If you change the tunnel depth reading, yes, look at that. Okay, because I would like to put a station here that can serve the tools and all of that sort of stuff. Now you're getting tricky. Yeah, but if I cut that, this is interesting. Hold, no. What's it? That'll do. Don't panic. That's fine. Does it connect? That's the question. Yes. Okay. Can we connect that to there? Yes. Okay, can you do me a favour and make this 2-track, please? Sure. Actually, we'll make this a bypass track. That's better. Now, in you go. Can I change that? This is the experimental. Yes. Can you? I want to halve that, please. I want to do no, not up. I want to. That's what I want to do. Why? Because that gets the tunnel mouth just there, which means I can do that, maybe. Oh no, you rotten sod, you can't. Well, you can, you know, by simply doing that, thanks, and adding it on the other end. Painful. Okay, tracks. Just before you go too far, swap that out for normal track. Now you can do that without too much drama, although that looks a bit terrible. It's funny, you know, when doing the playing the game, that button is here, and yet I suppose if I didn't have sandbox turned on, it'd be in the same position in the map editor. But they're swapped over in the map editor. That's what you're getting at. That button is there in the map editor. Right. Smooth this lot out, please, Mr. Spry. Sure. $395,000 in the bank, eh? Looking good, isn't it? Hard mode, by the way. Sorry. Very hard mode. Right. Maybe also needs a street. One of these, please. Which one are you? Hopefully you're going to be that one. So just come along here. Did you go up? That's no good. You know what you forgot to do, don't you? Yeah, I know. Level it first. Always forget to level it first. It still doesn't look level. How's that? Something's going weird. It should be fine. I don't understand why it's not. Why does that go up 1.5 meters? No, I don't want it to go up 1.5 meters. I want it to stop there. Good. Right. So that should, oh my God, that doesn't connect to where you wanted it in town. Try again. Not you. You configure. Okay. Not a platform. Cargo building. Just put one of them there. Thanks. This bit of level. There. Now. Come out of there and come out. Come out. What are you doing? Come out there and do that. Now, has that almost got all of them? No, you're still going to have to deliver some over here. That's a shame, isn't it? Okay. Now, you've got this station here. Yes. What I want to do is put a double main line there with no catenary. How many trains you got on this, Stephen? 2 at the moment. Yeah, look, okay. So they can stop there. Curvies, you around into there, thanks. From you around into there, tar. You can you come across like that? Yes, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, so I'm going to try that instead. Good, comes in, stops, goes back, good stuff. Right. Now, if I take this guy out and around through here, it's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. This is 44, this is 7. I think I'm going to need a big ass tunnel. You might be able to get it around, if you were to kill some trees, so we can see what the hell's going on. Fair enough. Let's kill some trees. I don't think so. 44, where's 44? There's 50. This was probably a bad idea. Oh dear. Was it? Let's find out. Check. Okay, if we to come, God, you might as well just go straight through the hill. Well, let's do that and see what happens. How much is that worth? Oh, I can't tell. Where is it? $2 million. Well, it's not as if you're running short on cash. could plug it in anywhere you like around here, because you've got a crossover there for the return journey. Fair enough. And to be honest with you, you probably don't need the second track. You're probably right. So let's just stick with a single tunnel. Is that what you're saying? Yes. Okay. Well, that doesn't look right for some reason. No, it's fine. Right, so we could come out of the tunnel and we could go, actually we would be coming into the tunnel. We'd be coming down there and waiting here. Okay, waiting there. On a one-way, please. Yes. And you'd be coming out and be waiting here. Yes, and you'd be not going to go there because you don't have any room. That would be a one-way right there. In the middle. I'm sure you had a crossover somewhere. Okay, we've got to get to that point. Good luck with that. That's at 33 meters. Another big tunnel. Yeah, I'm not liking this. What's this? 80. 60. Track. Can we do it from here? 50. No, I'll do it from the 60. Okay, you do it from the 60. If we do that in one big go, is it gonna work? No way, Jose. Why? Probably because of that oil well. Maybe not. Now, you know what you're doing wrong. Yes, I know what I'm doing wrong. I should be leveling that bit out there first, as much as possible. Then doing that. Yep. And then doing this. Is that going in the wrong direction again? Yes, it is. Got to drag it that away and send it down. Down. Up and down. 63 to 61.7. Right, we'll just lift it up a fraz. Down a fraz, I don't know. Okay, and now you can come in here. Hopefully, let's connect. There's the tunnel start. What's that one? It's only $3 million. Oh, where's MGL? He wanted me to spend a fortune on tunnels, and I am. I don't know how I'm going to get over to Young, though, but we'll see. We do have a train here. That's at 39, except Young's at, it's 100 metres higher. You could come back. You could drop it up here and then come back. That's a thought. Okay, we could do that. because the game allows you to, it would be paid to be dropped here. And then you'd get paid for that short, flat trip across there. Right, where is... There. Okay. Let's please put another platform here. Wait, how many platforms have you got in use here? 2. Okay. Configure some more tracks, add some more tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Lost the button. So, what's happening now? New line. New line from here. Platform number 3. Wait till full. Sure. Wait till full. Then you're coming all the way over. Yeah, I don't like this because it's gonna go that big loop around the world there, and it should have come straight through the hill like that. Never mind, let's see what happens. There. Cannot connect all stations. Why? Because, sir, I think you need to do that. Yes. Because now it can get back on the other side of the track. That was clever. I thought so. And a non-one-way signal there, a one-way signal there, and not there. That's single track, isn't it? Yes. Down to that, you can be open, thanks. You can be like that. Wow, that's terrible. Try that with a tunnel. That'll do. Good stuff. Bit of smoothage just to tidy that up somewhat. So what we've got is whatever line that is. Let's call this try again. Noble Park Machines Dell. Okay, coming from here. So which is closer? I do have I've got one there and I've got one here. So I'm going to order the train from here. I'll keep going with my little diesels. Ooh, maybe. Wait on, we do have stronger ones. 273,000 a year, 911. 763, 495. Ooh, 495. BRVs 809, 177. Let's stem like me and non-electrified branch lines. All right. And cargo, we are carrying machines, so we want box cars. The biggest box car, 7, 18, 13, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 90. That's 10 million bucks worth of train. You realise that? Wow. And you go on Noble Park Machines, Dell. This will be interesting to see if this works. Well, it didn't go warning, warning, warning. There's no red light of disapproval not allowed up the top. So, I'd say, try that. Where's the train? Click on the train, please. Thanks. Let's go for a drive. All I gotta do is work out what buttons to press. Well, you don't need ASDF. Look, you can use those ones. Oh. How about that? Hello, train. How are we? You had a good week, mate? Been cold where you are? Bloody freezing in Canberra. Why are we waiting? I don't know, but we are. No, we're not. Okay, push-pull. Yes. I would like to put the loco on the other end, so we'll swap that over. So you can push these. Feel the cold now? Oh. Although it's only going to be short-lived. High 20s again the end of next week for Easter. Supposedly a warmish start to the Easter break. Excuse me. We have a problem. Right, we do. Why are you on that side of the track? Good question. Look at that. It has done something very weird. All right. Can't you get across? You could get across, but there's no signal there. Hey, waking up early in the morning, I don't do that anymore, buddy. I don't do early mornings. My son's still up at 5:30. Crazy. Okay, signal. One way there. Yeah. Pardon? Why would you present a problem? Why? What have I done? Only Lily Bibra. No. Big Lily. Only go, bring Lily. What did you do wrong there, Stephen? No, that's the wrong. Yeah, going the wrong way, dude. No, I certainly don't miss getting up early in the mornings. That's not the signal you want there, Stephen. What you want is he's going to be coming up that. He does go up that side. What's your problem? So coming back from Noble Park, after Noble Park, he needs to come through This one. Is that what you're telling me? Yes. Well, hopefully we will swap over to the correct side of the track, because now we won't do the horn, because we didn't go past the whistle post. But that doesn't matter. Bless you, my boy. Oh, end again. If you could hear that. It's my son having a sneezing attack. Alright, we're back on the right side of the track. We're going on the bypass, which is good. Hey, can we go faster? Sure. Is there going to be any machines waiting for me? Guess it's as good as mine. That is horribly cold coffee. Yes, Stephen, you could smooth this out somewhat, please. Okay. So what are we picking up? Machines. They do go in boxcars, don't they? I have to, because they're there and they're now loaded. Alright, you're going to be waiting for a while, young fella, because your instruction is to wait until full. So we can get rid of the prop circle. Because I think I've done it. Old technique of mine to mark the jobs that I have to do each episode. Because, you know, it is a week or so, usually a week between episodes, so otherwise I just lose track of where we're up to. Like I did today when I was setting up the stream announcement. Yeah, Dobie Me said something about Conway Yard and so on. Hello. Didn't realise until about 5 minutes to 7 that I was talking about the wrong game. That was the wrong map. Alright, oh hello, we just dropped off some steel. So consumers, Noble Park, 48, good. 17, we've got a whole heap of planks, not a whole heap, just a couple of planks coming in. So we've got 30, we're going to make another 30 at least. Slow. Well, go 4 times then. Okay, logs, is this supplying 100? Sorry, that. 100 to Noble Park Tool? No. Pilot Wilderness Machines, 53. Overview. Well, it could be supplying a lot more. What's going on here? Here comes a trainload full of logs. Well, not full, but consumers 54. What's the line rate on these guys? It has to be 400, it's not 400. How long are they? 122 metres. Alright, let's add stake cars. Is that... It's this one, isn't it? Huh? What? Yes, modify. 72. Want to do that again? I don't, but I will. 372, 400. Okay. So that's going to bring more logs from here because it keeps waiting. 400 waiting. Right. How many trains? 2 trains. Okay. Planks. Didn't you just deliver? Wait. Are you a plank? You're a plank train. It's a slow old process. I know, it is. Are you... Where's this fella? Hello, where are you? Oh, you're in a tunnel somewhere, there we are. 91 steel coming in. What? Hang on. You better not have planks on. Yeah, you don't have any planks on board. I thought you did. Looked a bit strange. Oh, get rid of that cold coffee, Stephen, please. Yuck. Ugh. Almost there. You're not going to get there because you're not going to get another... Oh, wait on. What's that? 18. You've got 24. Maybe. Because I really want to take a full load up the hill. And we'll go for a cab ride up the hill. Oh, it's slightly different positions on stuff tonight. I've got a light, instead of being right here alongside of me and highlighting half the pace, it's now up there. Hello. Highlighting all of my wonderful face. Get off. The camera's gone over to there. The middle monitor is now the game, so I should look like I'm doing something here. You know what I mean? Okay. 13. Alright. We're off. We're going to be off. We're going to go up the hill. Okay? Just before we do, which end of the train is doing the work? Oh, good. The cab end. Oh. Can we go up a bit, please? Up. Up. That's an S. No, it isn't. It's a Z. Stupid thing. I don't know whether I like the cab view that close. Can't see anything. Fine, just do it. It's interesting. There you go, mate. This is a brand new cab, and look at it. It's fallen. It's got rusty bits all over it already. That's pretty terrible. Right. I want to see how we go getting up this hill. Admittedly, we are on 4 times. So, that was a bit late. Let's see. Right, these. Ooh, yeah, we'll do it from inside the cab, why not? Better than... how's that speed? 86? Actually, that wasn't too bad. Was that the steep bit? Oh, you tell me. Oh, this is the steep bit. Oh, crap. No, this is the downhill bit. I don't know, that wasn't such a bad journey. What is this worth? $1.060 million Maccas. Fair enough. So we are now delivering. Where are these tools going, by the way? Bring them away. Oh, wait. So, um, 133 rate. That. No, that. Yes, overview. Suppliers, 132. 115. That's fine. So you're going to keep sending them down the road to Young. I bet that's not making any money whatsoever. Well, no, they come down to here and then they go up there. Quick look at the levels, please. What was this? This is 50, this is 60. Okay, that's alright. This is 99. 99, this is 130. Would you put a road tunnel through there? Would you? Would you? I don't know whether I would, but let's have a look. No. 2.4 million. Try a bigger road, 2.6 million. That's crazy. I don't think I'd do that. Alright, where did our train go? I think he's probably almost back at the start. Oh, he's in the tunnel. Inside the box car. Hello, Mr. Wobbly. How are we? Beautiful day in Queensland again, I suppose. Because it wasn't here, it's bloody cold here. Okay, over to the right. Thanks, got that right this time. Those shacks a bit close to the railway line there, aren't they? I think I've done well. Trains going everywhere. Oh dear. Ooh. I have just, Mr. Wobbly, sent the first delivery of machines up the hill from our machines factory here, which we are supplying from over here with the steel and up here with the logs coming in and doing that line through a $5 million tunnel that MGL is put up with 9 months of hell for. What's hell? Hell is summer, is it? If MGL were here, I could have shown him this $6 million tunnel, but he won't believe me now. And then there's another $2 million tunnel here. Been screaming at me for weeks to build a tunnel, and now I build it, he isn't here. I don't know, the things we do for some people. Alright, what else was on the agenda? Right, this loopity-loopity-loop. My thinking was, when I put that in, was that the trains didn't have the guts to get up the hill, which is pestilence. We didn't have the guts to get up the hill, which goes from down here at 20 metres. This is 100. This is 200. Holy crap. Yeah. So, naturally, anything that is on this line is losing money. Hand over fist. Right? So there are four card DMU sets on this line at the moment. These guys, they are just not making money. I'm trying. Well, you could go inside the DMU if you want to. Thanks. G'day, boss. Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, there's four car DMUs going up and down here. And I'm thinking what I want to do, I am going to save this game. So this is 13 part. Because if I don't like it, I'm going to undo it. Right. You know what else you've got to do? I just remembered. Yeah, you killed all these trees here, so that you could see what you were doing. Fair enough. I shall replace them. Where's the line? That's a good enough line, I think. Well, this one seems to finish about there. Okay, terrain tools, smooth that out a little bit. That's a terrible road. Why would they do that? Well, it doesn't go anywhere either. It only comes down to, oh, I suppose it does. It comes to the port. Ooh. Ooh. You mean we have oil that could come down to the port by road? No. All right. Where are we? I want to actually, while I'm here, do bigger. Right, can you smooth some of this crap out, please? Shh, maybe. You like spending money that you really can't afford to spend with playing on very hard mode, no? I just don't like the splotchy look all over the place. That's somewhat better, and we've still got 368 million bucks in the bank, which is fine. Now, just one more little scrape around there and across the top here. Yeah, I want to take. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it, you know. Let's have a little look. Bit of track. Yes, please. All right. If I was to start here, what are we? We're on 20 metres basically all the way along there, so it doesn't really matter where I start. So let's start here. No. Bring that one out first. Like that. Then you can do the second track like that. Okay, now hook that in there and come. Ooh. Is it going to come out of a tunnel? It does, somewhere. There, look. I'll be butted on both sides. Okay, so there. Alright, now take it up, straight up, straight up, straight up, What's this bloody bridge nonsense? What is this bridge nonsense? That's nonsense. It is. Try this instead. There. No bridge, please. Okay. Now, maybe just a little bit of change of angle from there into there. Tunnels that point now. Doesn't have to be, you can move it back easily. Yeah, not with the road. That might help. Tunnel that. Yes. Okay. And now, if we were to come out like, is that level? Level. Do you want to do it there? I don't want to do it over here. Okay. Right. What track was that one, Stephen? I think that's the outside track. So that's the right-hand one, which I've got here. No, with the bridge. Too much slope. Seriously. Yeah, this is why. Which one did you say? I don't know anymore. That one. The one up on the left-hand side, is that it? No, it's the one on the right-hand side. Right-hand side, okay. Stupid bridge. Don't want stupid bridge. That's 283,000. That's still 283,000. That's unusual. You know what you should have looked up before you did this? Yes, I should have looked at current line rate of 125, right? Because that's the line rate when it goes through the loop, yes. But now, lost it again. Wrong section, you need the track for the rail. Sorry. So what was it, 125? Yep. Oh, how did you get that so wrong, Stephen? Easy. Easy peasy. Right, you, top one to there. Thanks. You replace that bit with open, thanks. You, bottom one to there. Good. And smooth rate that lot. Okay, line rate hasn't adjusted, it's still 125. That's got to be wrong. Okay, we'll put it on go for a second. You should have maybe looked at the 6 minutes. Too late now. Signals? I could do that, yes. Flustered. Canberra. How are you, mate? I haven't heard from you for a long time. Yeah, I'm sort of in two minds about this streaming stuff, mate. I don't get me wrong, I like reacting to you guys, to people in the chat and so on, but it's not as, I don't know, it's just, it's not as many viewers, I suppose. Typical YouTuber, always complaining about viewers, aren't they? Never mind. You can go there, you can go there. I got a new map coming up, Canberra, you might like. I'm 34 hours into it at the moment. And that's bloody terrible. Well, it doesn't go anywhere, so guess what? Oh, you've got it. No, that's it, that fixed it. Okay. It's Canberra. Working time zone. Have to play grown up nowadays in my job. Oh, I find it hilarious. Yeah, I love playing grown up. No, I don't. I don't like playing grown up. I don't want to be grown up. It's much more fun being a kid. All right, MGL, this is another tunnel that I've put in just for you. And you're not here. I hope he's watching the replay. There. Yes, and not that one. But maybe we want the clearance one about there. That'll do. All right. Is this going? Where are these trains? Watch the Vale. The line rate hasn't changed. That's annoying. You're the oldest 12-year-old in my town. I'm the oldest. Yes. Wow. I don't want to think about that. What year is it? 26. I'm not 71 yet. What are you talking about? 71's been a couple months now. Okay. We have a lot of people waiting here. The train is full. What's going on? Why do I see a train up in front of us? Is that a train? No. Goose, it's a rock. I thought it was one of those white earth. Yeah, I don't know. Jury's still out, mate. I tell you what I don't miss is all the editing that you've got to do on vlogs. This is, come on, where's the train? Hello, there you are. Wow, that's a very old looking logo there, isn't it? They're the ones I thought it was. Right. It'd be interesting to see whether, if I let this ready for it all, on the thing we go. Could have got you on the way up to see what you speed was like. It actually doesn't look too steep. Jeff, my mate. Not at work this time, as it was on Tuesday. Sunday. Mostly on Sunday. That was my thinking anyway, choosing this time slot. I have just managed to change these DMUs from going around the loop up to the plateau to a more direct route, literally straight up the hill. From Ferny Grove down below up to what's it called? Beyond. Good stuff. I wanted to play that map, but I can't. It's hands, to a foot. So, never mind. The next one coming soon to a computer near you. 34 hours in. Got another 40 to go, I think. Canberra. Lake Burley River. Good. It's going to be a late start. Has to be because the lake wasn't filled until the 60s, 1960s. Which is good because that brings modern buildings, modern vehicles, modern roads, bridges and so on. Right. What year is that available in the game, Joe Train? Lovely. I could probably put it here, electric diesel. Oh, that's what it is. Sorry, it's just the loco would still need carriages. Is that the story? I don't know. I would like to diesel locomotive, or is it a set? That's my question. Is it take passengers, or is it just the locomotive? Probably use it on the Sydney to Canberra. It's probably, Jeff, because I'm way out here. I was too close. I could also, if I got out of that view, come over here and here, so I could turn the game audio down. It's now there you go. Right. So it's just the logo, and you have to put the carriages with it. Lovely. All right, where are you going? No, I don't want you. You're just on suburban service. All right. Well, when I start playing Canberra, it might be the Sydney to Canberra service. Could be useful because that's, would you say, 1953? This is it's going to be a 1960-ish start. What are we waiting for? Waiting for that fella to get out of the way, probably. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Conrad. You were going to change this too, weren't you? Yeah, how many are waiting? 2. Oh, Schweppes. Right. You. Stop. Yes. All right. I'm going to get both of these out of here. Go. I'm going to get you out of here. Go. And then, when they get out of here, tap faster, Stephen, please. When they get out of here, I'm going to put a 3-track drop off here. Okay, 3 tracks, you reckon? Yep, I reckon. Alright, what size is this one then? This is a 240 times 2 with a 200 metre bend. Okay, can you just change it to 240 by 3? No, because I think the third one wants to come in down here. Right, 240 by 3 with a 200 metre bend. What am I doing? One of them. 240 by 3, no catenary, with a 200 metre bend that way. Can you fit? A bit longer. Yes. Did you put the... You didn't. That was naughty. You need the street connection. We'll give it some capacity. And ooh, can't give it capacity. Okay. Do it the other way. Oh, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can snip that in here. Why is it not clicking into place? There. Right. So make it go to 250. Right. Bring that out a little further. Okay, there, and there, and then put this in. It's actually connected across the corner of the building there, which is good. Oh, good, because I can get rid of that daggy thing that I had there. Right. Daggy thing removed. You can go back a little bit. What? Get rid of the signal. Right, track. No, you can come like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I've got to get, just do that for now. Do that for now. Right. Bring this one out. I've got to get 3 in and 3 out. This is not going to be easy. Well, yes it is, because there's your 3 out, like that. Okay, and that's a double slip, yes. And if you were to put let's try that again. Right, you can come from there and come out just to that. Thanks. Where's that start? There. Just where that turns blue. Oh, come on. Did it do it? It did it. Okay, so I can come in. Oh, wait. Can you perhaps... No, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. All right, come from there. Yep. Nah, told you. Okay, come back to there. Now look at that. That's bull. That just worked last time I did this. Can you do it from there? Ah. You are a pain in the backside. Goodbye. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that again. Shift key down, thanks. I'm going to give this an extra 20 metres of lead-in space. That's not going to connect with the factory now. You're going to have to do something about that. Buildings. Right. It does. Look, still got the little finger across to the factory. Track. Track. Right. You can come back to there. Thanks. Right. You can come up to... No, not allowed. Okay, you can come to there. No, look. Stupid train, get out of the way. In the way, train. Okay. He can now get to all of those, can't he? Ferny Grove Machines, right. Platform number 3 and 2 and 1. No. For some reason you can't do something. Why? That's way up there. Okay, what's going on here? Why can't I do that? Are you that's probably the problem. Good stuff. All right, I don't need that. You connect. You are no longer stopped, so off you go. I need a drink of water. Getting a bit dry in the throat. I'll just clear that out. Yeah, that's good to see that that's actually connected like that there. That's really good. B-A-L-L. Put some stuff down on the track. Like that. Stuck there. Oh, there's 3 of them in there now. Look at that. That's exactly what I was working for. You know what's going to happen now. I've got 3 in there. I'm still going to have 2 or 3 lined up out here. Waiting. But at least now they're off the main line. Right. But you still haven't got enough steel here. 400. I can't do any better. Nope. 399. That's the line. No, it's not. Planks. What are you looking? No, you got plenty of planks. It's the steel. Okay, the steel. That's maximum. No. Where is the steel coming from? There. The ones that drop the coal off, it comes back. Yeah, it drops the coal, picks up the steel. There's 200 of them. Put another one on here, please. Don't need it, but there's so much sitting here. 200 and something sitting there that probably... So the question now is, that's been running a little while, let's have a look at our finances and see if it's made any difference. I can't tell any difference. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just a crappy line. Alright, big circle. Come up here. Get rid of this crop circle. Okay, I don't understand. That should have made a huge difference to that line. What have I done? I've taken out, I've probably only taken out a loop. Okay, not that much of a huge difference then. Alright, did you want to see what that looked like going up the hill? Sure. Can we do it at normal speed? With less noise, hopefully. Alright, I'm going to go get a drink of water while we watch this guy go up the hill. Okay. Oops. You can't press that button. How about that button? Alright, back in a tick. Well, it seemed to get up that hill without any drama. I don't like this bit though. I think that looks a bit ordinary. It's certainly slowed it down too. Went from 91 down to, oh, that's a bit wobbly. Okay. And I didn't bugger up. I thought I might have wrecked the junction there too, because I didn't look at that when I put it in. Oh, thank you. Okay. So what have we done tonight? Well, we had a little look at the Transport Fever 3 dev blog. A new dev blog post out talking about the last video they did 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago now. That's on transportfever3.com if you want to have a look at that. I've had a little look at my, something's going on here. What's going on here? We are just waiting for trains. Ooh, okay. That was a bit unexpected, wasn't it? Well, you put trains in, and now they're waiting. Who? Whatever. Yeah, and then had a look at a new map I've been working on for most of this week, 34 hours so far, on Canberra, Australia's national capital. A planned capital city. Don't go into the history. It's crazy, some of the things that you find out once you start going into the history of things. My Godfather. Stephen, that's terrible. No, I stuffed that up when I was weeding. And I haven't got any weeding to do tonight because I didn't do any double track, did I? No. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. No, it's all right. Don't have enough hands. I need a producer. I keep saying that. But not going to happen. All right. What are we going to do here? I could do that. And then half strength over the top of it. Sort of like blend it in, and then this one you could half strength. Stronger, maybe. Put a bit of grass back down. Blend it in. That looks better, I think. Yeah, a lot of tidying up on this map that I could do, but speaking of which, I did want to check this lot here. More max food to the north. You making money is still less and less as time goes by. Alright, suppliers. Now there's a farm up here. That farm there. Which one are you? North. No, this one. Max farm number 3. You're only bringing 74% of it down. There's so much going on here that really needs to dive right back in and check everything. My God, that's one of the things I noticed when I was looking at that dev blog post, is that I don't know how, if you've got everything turned on, how you're going to be able to keep track of what the F is happening across your map. I keep saying that, and they're introducing new mechanics that you're going to have to keep an eye on, or else your citizens will whinge and complain and whatever. Okay, let's have a quick look at station stats, please, because these are the ones that are bad. Ooh, what is going on here? Where are you guys going? You guys are comment to train. So you're coming back into here, dropping stuff off here. You could probably do with, by the looks of it, is this the combat to train? It is. You know what you need? You need mass. That's what everybody else needed, I think, because there's so much waiting on that platform there and over here. Try again. There. Yeah, all these machines. Oh, damn. Put a thingy there so we don't lose them. They're too important to lose. Yeah, these are going. These are being delivered here and here. Right, that's what's happening with that lot. Okay. This doesn't look good. No. What's going on here? Why? What are you? We're a machines delivery. You're both on the same platform. Are you? Okay, Termini. Comment to train. Two can go on three, I think. And you, Amscray. What are you guys? So you're that way, you're that way, that way. Thanks. Okay, got to keep the traffic flowing on these maps, especially in hard mode. Can't afford any traffic jams. Ooh, very poor. Max Cove North Farm. That's the only one that's whinging at me. You know what? Oh, 20 vehicles. Look, I'll just put another 5 on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 187. 6, 7. That'll do. We're over the 200. Okay. That's weird. What the hell happened here? Yeah. You need to do something about these roads. Oh, look, I'm not interested enough to do anything about the roads, to be honest with you. As I said, big picture guy. I like to get things up and running, see what happens, work on the problems. 341 million, you're gonna... I really should. Let's have a little look at the. Ooh. Okay, let's hit the go button. Right, well, what's costing you money? I don't know. This shouldn't be costing me much. Wow. Why? Max port to. Hang on. This is the one with 3. It's got so many trains on it and they're full all the time, but the finances suck. From there to there. Seriously. Ooh. Hang on, manage vehicles. Click on new details. 1.4 million a year. Let's see if we can do something about this. All right. Steam. That. You've got no strength. You've got no guts. The fairly. 189. Diesel. What are you? The little green one. 273. Wow. I don't know. Well, I could swap the fairly over and save money. There's 3 of those, right? What line rate is that going to be? They're cheaper. I'm going to save a little bit of money. It's still 800. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. That's 4.5. Wow, that's almost $2 million loss just on that train. Wow, that's not good. All right, what can you do then to fix that? Okay, you've got 14, 22. So half of 22 is 11. 11. Right, 11. Let's get rid of that and go up, 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 up. Just enjoy your outing, Mr. Ham. That's the important thing to do. Enjoy your time away from the PC and have a good time. I'm just about done anyway. I'm fiddling with stuff now. If I swap I got rid of that other train, so let's do that. So that was, I've forgotten what size they were now. 200 metres long. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 200 metres long. Right. It's been good tonight, mate. I have had a little bit of drama right at the start. I loaded in a new map. And my new computer didn't like it. It locked up on me almost. Oh, oopsies. So anyway, whatever. We're still here. We're still going. Yes, working on a map of Canberra, seeing I'm looking at it all day, every day at the moment. I thought, I might as well make a map. Yeah, don't you listen to Tanvara's ham. You just have a good time doing what you're doing. Okay, these guys should be fine. As long as you're not 800 anymore, are you? Damn it. Vehicles. All right, both vehicles. Gone. Gondola. I am going to add 2 to see what that does to the line rate. But it's over 200 metres. I can't do it. No, I can't. Because that other... I'll stop it. I can't because this platform's 200 metres long. That's it. Doubt it. That form's there. No. There's a road in the way, dear Liza. Dear Liza. Oh, look where these little houses are snuck in. Total shop. Total tools. Look at them, just snuck in right there in the gap. You're that desperate for bloody retail space in Max Cove, are you? Long drop. What? Hello? Alright. Have fun, mate. Have fun. Yeah, not quite sure what's going on here. This is becoming a problem. You might have to bridge it down here somewhere. Don't know. Don't care. That's telling me. I know. Alright, how's the other train going? This one, you mean? Is it making money? Wow. Okay. Right, then I would gather that this train here is also not making money. You gather correct. So, that new line that you put in is doing so well that you started with 380 something million and now you're down to 340. 28. 32. Yes. Stop spending. This is the secret to playing this game. Stop spending, watch your money. Don't understand what's going on here. Where is that? Is this? Yeah, look. See? Told you. Look. Stupid trains. Okay, you can come down and wait there. Now I've got 3 there and 1 in the side. How many trains on that whole thing? 7. So out of the 7 vehicles, 4 of them are here. Four sets of... See you, mate. Have fun. Be good. My voice is not working tonight, Jeff. Yeah, even with the water, it's still very sore throat. Oh no. A week of cold weather, and what have you got? The dreaded man flu. Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Do I? I don't want to look at the scoreboard because the scoreboard sucks. Still worn machines. What? Why? Still worn machine. A rate of 465. What's going on here? Got too many trains on here? That should be... What? 200? Why? Here's your problems, Stephanie. See that, Jeff? Something. Bibra Steel Goods, managed line. Okay, Bibra Lake Central. Whoa, it's just not. It's nothing. Just frickin' do it. Bibra Goods. Bibra Steel Goods. Bibra... There's why your money's going down, buddy. So that line right there should go back up. Should it? Consumers. Bibra Lake Steel Mill, $1.99. Why? Why are you? See, this is because of that traffic jam. This is stuffed up. Yeah. Look, this was running flat out. Now look at it. Not happy, Jan. Not happy, Jan. This is ridiculous. This is, it can't be. It can't even just set and forget when you've got a traffic jam like that. When something just decides, I'm going to clog it up, and then when it clogs it up, and it stuffs up, it throws all the balances out, right up the line to here. I mean, this is still only 200. It should be 400. Okay. Yes, I know it's hard, or very hard, but it doesn't help when the game decides to do that to you as well. All right. Are we getting stuff to Noble Park? We are. We've got 44 here at the moment. Oh, and food. That's right. Food's coming up by truck up the road. So that's a 63, is it? Oh, 91 according to that. Okay. Now, buildings, you lot. Right. So the question is, there, and we're missing a few over here. So, is there a depot up here? Nope. It's about to be. Right, I'm going to put that there and a drop off, I think. There? Yep. And a new line from here right till full. Go to there. Noble Park Mac Dell by truck. Right. Buildings. Yes. Put another. Oh, careful. Are they the houses? Maybe I don't want them going up there, Stephen. No, you don't. No. You can remove that, please, and put it. And that should now stay away. Not really. Sort of. It doesn't go near the houses. Not really. Over there. What's that a problem? Because it's, that emissions crap. Okay. Truck. Flatbed. All cargo. I1. Put you on double park machines. Dell by truck. Good. So you're just, whoops, what's going on? What have you done? Passenger stop. Did you put the wrong one in there, did you? Surely you didn't. You did. Very goose. Cargo. Okay. That managed line. Church Lane. You go and add station and come into there. And there's a bus stop there for some reason. No, there isn't. Let's get rid of that. Figure, don't want a bus stop there. Save money. Good. One glass of water gone. Never mind. All right, what's the time? 2.5 hours, 9:30. With the way my throat's going, ladies, maybe not, and mostly gentlemen's, that's probably more than enough for me. I'm not quite sure what else there is to do on the map. I suppose, what have we got here? We've got food, grain, logs, oil, refinery, oil, logs, oil, oil. Are you seeing something here? Oil. Uh, coal, logs, coal, grain, oil, logs, oil. Are you not moving enough oil? It's over here. Yes, ore, coal, farm, stone, coal, goods. Oil, no, you're using that one. Using that one. Would you like to have a look at it, would you, Jeff? Because I'm just about done here. I think let's save this fellow. Save it. Volume 13 and assuming the browser doesn't, the game doesn't die on me, I am going to show you my 34-hour progress mark on the map. So let's load. It's called Molonglo at the moment because that's the name of the river that flows into Canberra. So let's hope. No, everything seems to be going all right over there. When I did this at the start of the stream, it just locked up everything. Capital Transport. Right, 32 point, no, hang on, you said 30, whatever. Okay. It looks sort of vaguely like Canberra. I have done, well, I've still got the area around Canberra Airport to go. And south of Queanbeyan down here. And then all of this area over on the south side there. And a bit there. And you can see the bits I've got to do. So it's going to be a 1970-ish. Here's Belconnen out here on Lake Ginninderra. God, there's some weird names. But yeah. It's got to be around the 1970s because of all the freeways. It is a large, God, what is it? 1 to 3, my normal. 24 by 8. Vanilla. So that means console and PC people can play it or load it if they wish. But I just love this Mount Ainslie. I've never been up here. I'm going to have to go now because here's the view from the lookout. And if we look out this way, look at that. Straight down over the War Memorial. Straight down over the War Memorial. Let's put it in the middle. And then we're going to have another double road coming up here, up there. Old Parliament House is right there. That's it. There. I know. I drove past that the other day. And then we come up to Capitol Hill and our new Parliament House there. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I've got most of them, mate. If you were to delete all of these streets, if you were to delete these streets, you won't see any of that. You won't see any of that nonsense. Look, I just promise you. See, look. No bubbly nonsense. Yeah, now that I know what I'm doing, I didn't really know when I was first starting all of this stuff. I didn't really know what I was doing. Yeah, it's certainly interesting. And they're building this at the moment down the middle here. I can't show you because they don't have a train track. But if I did, I could build the light rail straight up the middle here. Wouldn't that be fun? I wonder if you could get two tracks. Yeah. So the other thing I'm looking at, part of the problem is that bridge didn't go across here. This is the first bridge across the lake. The lake itself went in the 1960s, and that's when they built the bridge over here at, I've forgotten the name of it already. This is Commonwealth. This is Kingsbridge, I think. I don't know. Can't remember. But if we keep the map date in 1925, the lake wasn't here. Right, so I've got to map out where the river went, sort of through here, and then build the crossing, the river crossings that sort of came there and there, but down at the river level. So, and then you've got the problem of trying to get the lake in and finding stuff like this thing here. This is the Captain Cook Memorial water jet. Lives there. The other thing I can see from the window is the carillon. I can't actually hear it, but the carillon goes there. I can see the National Library of Australia, which I think is right there, or it's around here somewhere. And of course, down here, the museum, right there. Learning a little bit about the history of Canberra. We had pre-Federation, we had a farming property here in Acton. There was another homesteady thing over here in Duntroon, right? There was lots of logging going on through there, and we're over in Queanbeyan. Yes, this Black Forest, I think it's Oak Forest Road. So I'm presuming that went up to this, from Queanbeyan up to there, which is an oak forest. Maybe. I don't know. But this time around, not so much on the existing rail network. This is the line comes down from Sydney into Queanbeyan here. This is just an extra bit of line that I thought maybe you could put a loop in if you wanted to, or some sort of freight yard on the edge of the map. It's not there in real life. Come down into Queanbeyan and then along here into Canberra, and that's Canberra Station, and that's it. A little bit of a goods yard along through here, and this line, it wanders down to Cooma and Bombala, I think. It's a nice little drive, but it is not there anymore. It's all shut. Thanks. I don't know why. I really don't know why. They didn't expand on this. I mean, can you imagine the railway line coming all the way along here? And then over here, under there, and over here, and then up. This is level as. Look at the heights. I mean, that's 575 metres. What's this down here? 574. What's this? 558. It's. Oops. What did you do? I don't know. You changed something. I did. I don't want that. Yeah, I mean, all of it. All of this is, well within the realms of possibility of drainage. Look, it's flat as. Most of this area through here is flat. That's flat as. All the way up here, that way. Not so much when you get over here. It's a little bit more lumpy and bumpy, but you could have quite easily have put a bloody train line. Look, down here, through here, along the waterfront, through Acton, under there, over the bridge, even around up this way. And they didn't plan. We're told that Walter Burley Griffin was the man responsible for the plan. He was initially, but then he got the flick, and some federal capital authority took over and changed his plan big time. But he's just sort of responsible for the shape, I think, and that's this shape here, the triangle, the federal triangle, and that's about it. Anyway, that's what I'm working on, and you can see the progress I've made. With the streets, I've got to work out what some of these things mean. I've got to work out where the industries go. This looks interesting. There's a quarry. Where was the quarry? I don't know. I saw it on a map somewhere. Up here somewhere. Obviously forests up here. There's a quarry up there somewhere as well. Or maybe I think the quarry was over on Black Mountain. Look at the size of this bloody hill here, will you? Please. Look at it. I mean, it's a monster when you drive along this road down here, as I did when I first came, through this bush and around here. This bloody hill, huge hill here. It's a monster. All good fun. They call it what? Value engineering now. Yeah, well, they're in the process. The tram, the light rail, comes down in between these two one-ways. These 3 lanes in both directions, yes, and stops here. But in their infinite wisdom, they have decided to extend it up through here and all the way over here somewhere. I don't know where it's supposedly going. Probably that away. I don't know. But yeah, extending the light rail stroke tram service over the south side. I love these hysterical maps, especially when you start digging into the history. Hysterical. It's all good fun. And you find out what really happened. I mean, before they built the lake and the river was just through, there was a bridge across here. The river was here. So there was road down, bridge, and then up, and then around into this lot. There was a bridge across there. There was another low-level bridge through here. There's another low-level bridge there. And then they decided to dam it, and build a lake. Yeah. But the other thing, none of this industrial area here at Fyshwick is new. Is original. It's all fairly new. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I do remember something about a rail bridge being washed away. Maybe I'll have to look it up if I decide to do anything, but I think maybe there might have been an attempt to take the rail line down through here, through all of this area here, which is floody and boggy, and I know maybe it was somewhere through this area, wetlands and it just got washed away in a flood. I think it might have been across here. So it looks like it could have gone that way. So, oh dear. I'll have to find out. Thanks, Jeff. Well, that's what I like. Mindless playing of a game is, yeah, not for me. So I like doing stuff, and always been interested in city planning, and why cities have developed the way they have. I studied urban planning at uni. God, when was that? 35 years ago. Shh. Wow, mid-70s. Good God. Yeah. So it's part of the Bachelor of Arts degree I did. I think I just did 1 unit on urban planning. I don't know, I can't even remember what I did nowadays, but I've always been fascinated by how cities grow and how cities develop. This place is so over-designed, it's crazy. And if you to ever drive through it, good luck. It's bloody ridiculous. Yeah, stick with the main urbans and get out. Don't try and navigate this sort of nonsense. This would be of interest to urban planners or anyone interested in urban planning. If you'd have a look at some of the old maps of Canberra, you won't see this. You won't see most of the original design and whatever is not here. It's not here. It's totally different. But anyway, I digress. Oh dear. 2 3/4 hours. Thanks everyone. It's time for me to head off. I have done my dash for this Sunday evening. Where are we going? To desktop. I'll just go to the main menu for now. Teach architecture part-time, and we focus on urban sites, always with an element of master planning. Well, this game is really good. Or look at what I've done with Newcastle and so on. Cheers, 10 bars. Yeah, look what I've done with Newcastle and gosh, so many I can't even remember. Well, even the Coolangatta one now that Ham's working on. That's fun, and he's extending it. He's taken the railway line south where it never went, where it should have gone. Governments, seriously. All right, that's it from me. I've just got to find my stop streaming button, which is over that side of the room. That's it from me. That's hooroo from me. That's goodbye from that. Transport over to them. And thank you guys. You've now moved position. You were over there. I got to point in the right direction. You're still over there. Thank you guys. I can't keep up with me. The Rothbury one, not as hysterical, I don't think. Not in the form of all the dotty dots and lining up the streets and so on. I think I actually built that one. It's before I knew how to do the dotty dots. But I enjoyed Northumbria. It was a great little first series. So, when are we back? Tuesday. I've got to do something with Big Freight. 2 days. I've actually got to... What did I do there? Oh, it was bloody machines again, wasn't it? Yeah, it was machines again. I'm sending machines up the map. And sending machines up the map, and the delivery has left a little surprise for us, which we'll find out about on Tuesday. So, see you all next time. Bye for now. Bye. Press the button, Steve. That button over there. Yeah, press it.